Alright fans, welcome back, and I hope you are ready for some RCW tag team action. As you see, Andrew and Mike from Call All the Time, they have requested this rematch from last week's Rampage against the returning Brothers of Vengeance. Will tonight be a successful night for the members of Call All the Time, or will they fall victim once again to the Brothers of Vengeance? I'll tell you fans, so far we have had a very, very explosive night here on RCW Rampage, as we have seen both Anton Ivanov and Johnny J advance to round 2 of the U.S. title tournament. And they will be competing again in round 2 sometime around the 1st of May. I believe it'll be on the Rampage episode on May 9th. Our next show, of course, will be RCW Shockwave on April the 30th. That is where the other 4 matches for round 1 will take place. And right now we see Mr. Vengeance and the Locomotive making their way down the ramp. And I tell you, the fans were so excited last week. I tell you, our forums and our website got so many hits, so many fan letters and phone calls just thanking us for bringing back the Brothers of Vengeance. They were one of the most well-liked tag teams on RCW Season 1. And I tell you, it is definitely a pleasure to have these guys back on the roster. And now we're going to see what can they do tonight. Can they, capitalize on their already building success in this rematch against Call All the Time? And see, this is a very respectful matchup here. Call All the Time said, they've got a lot of respect for the Brothers of Vengeance, and they feel that they got a lot to learn inside the wrestling ring. They're new. They just now got their debut match, and they like none other than their first victory to be over the legends that are the Brothers of Vengeance. And right now the match starts off, and we see the Locomotive taking on Mike. And I tell you, Mike was able to get out of that. He dropped Locomotive back on back of his head. Now delivered a few elbow drops here. So far, Mike's looking pretty good here in this matchup. Oh man, look at that. He just knocks Locomotive down in the mat now. Andrew's working on him on the outside here. This is a double team there outside. Mr. Vengeance is not liking this. He rushes out, catches Mike with a flying elbow. Now he's working on Andrew here. We got all 4 guys outside the ring. I tell you, the camera angle here is pathetic. I'm going to put word in to fire this crappy cameraman here. Now we see Mr. Vengeance. He's got Andrew on the ramp here, just stomping away on him now. And now Mr. Vengeance is back in the ring. The referee has restored order in this matchup. And now we see the Locomotive working on Mike. He's got Mike lifted up here. Oh my God, just drops him a rib breaker right across the knee here. And there's an elbow drop right to the small of the back. And fans, like I said, we've still got 2 more round 1 matches in that U.S. title tournament that will take place here tonight. Also, we have the World Tag Team titles on the line, followed by the World Heavyweight Championship will be contested. And we also have that special tag team matchup. Osiris has requested a tag team match against Crimson and Hugo Ryan, and they have accepted. The only catch is Osiris has a surprise partner that no one knows. So Hugo and Crimson may be in a world of trouble tonight, because Osiris, we know from Season 1 that he is a very, very, very shocking person. Now, he loves to keep secrets. He loves to keep things well hidden until the very last minute. And I'll tell you, it's going to be very impressive and very suspenseful until that matchup comes up tonight to see who is Osiris' partner going to be. And right now we see the Locomotive here. He's got a little bit of trouble here. Andrew working on it. Drop kick to the back of the head now. Now the Locomotive down on the mat here. Andrew goes over and tags in Mike. Mike with a kick to the gut here. They're locked back up. Huge DDT delivered by Mike. Locomotive face planted into the mat now. And Mike's got him up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mike just delivers a huge power driver here to the Locomotive. Now he's dragging the Locomotive out into the middle of the ring. And here's the cover. This could be it, fans. No, Mr. Vengeance gets in there and breaks that up for his team before the referee even had an opportunity to make a count. And now Mr. Vengeance here. He's knocked Locomotive or knocked the Andrew off the mat. Now he's working on Mike. Referee threatening to disqualify Brothers of Vengeance if Mr. Vengeance doesn't get out of the ring. And I tell you, fans, I've got to say I'm very impressed thus far with Call All the Time. I mean, they have really kept the Locomotive at bay here, isolating him on their side of the ring here, working on him real good, not allowing him to get the tag, making frequent tags themselves. And look at that. Mike has been put into another pinning predicament here, and Mr. Vengeance comes in and breaks it up. And Mr. Vengeance is just losing control here now. He has just about had it. Now he's going to get back out of the ring once again here, trying to help out his brother, the Locomotive. Mike's got the Locomotive up in a suplex position here. Walks him into the center of the ring and drops him right on his back. I tell you, fans, this is very impressive. Mr. Vengeance trying to get the Locomotive back into this matchup. And here comes another one of those power drivers. Oh, my God. And now Mike's got a pin on the Locomotive here. And, oh, man, Mr. Vengeance comes in with a double axe handle to the back of the head and breaks that one up. And there's a huge spear delivered by Mike onto the Locomotive. And now Mr. Vengeance is just taking out the ref inadvertently. Or was it inadvertent? I don't know, fans. This is not looking good here. Mike's got a cover, and he doesn't see Mr. Vengeance with that steel chair. Oh, my God, a steel chair shot right to the back of the head. Referee did not see it. And now, look at this. Locomotive is back in control here. He's got Mike turned over here, working on him. And Mike powering out after that chair shot to the back. This is very impressive here. Fans, I've got to say, I mean, they don't call him Mr. Vengeance for nothing. And look at that. Locomotive rushes in with a huge DDT, and now that gives him the opportunity to make it over to his corner and tags in Mr. Vengeance. That was a much-needed tag. Mr. Vengeance rushes in. Falls on his face now. That was kind of strange. Mike, taunting him a little bit here. Now Mr. Vengeance with repeated kicks to the gut. Throws Mike into the ropes. As he comes back here, a Samoan drop delivered onto Mike. And now Mr. Vengeance, he's climbing up top here. Andrew trying to get Mike back into the match here. Elbow drop from the top rope delivered to Mike. And Mike now, he's going to make the tag. Andrew comes into the ring. Now we got Andrew and Mr. Vengeance. And look at that. Oh, my God. A standing backflip onto Mr. Vengeance. Now Andrew and Vengeance. Vengeance is able to reverse that. He's got Andrew set up here. Wow. What do you call that, guys? A corkscrew side drop suplex move. There's a kick to the gut. Another one of them flying elbows. And now Mr. Vengeance stomping away on Andrew here, trying to get back into this matchup. There's another one of those flying elbow drops. And now we've got Mr. Vengeance in total control of the match. He's going to lift Andrew up here. There's a backbreaker right to the small of the back. And now look at this. Mr. Vengeance getting the crowd riled up behind him here. And there's a face buster right to the center of the ring. And I'll tell you, I'm surprised the referee hasn't moved that chair out of the ring yet. Now Mr. Vengeance here, he's got Andrew lifted up here on the turnbuckle. What's he going to do with it? This does not look good. Oh, my God. This drops the back of his head right to the center of the mat off that top rope. Rolls him over for the cover, and this could be it, fans. No, Andrew's able to get the shoulder up in the nick of time here. And now look at that, Mr. Vengeance with a reverse neck breaker here, dropping Andrew down to the mat. Now Mr. Vengeance is going to get him up here. Kicks to the gut. He's setting up, fans. There it is, the twist of vengeance. And that could be it. Here's the cover. Referee's out of position. Oh, my God, a rope break. Andrew was able to get his foot on the ropes. There's a face buster by Mr. Vengeance. Mr. Vengeance not happy. And now Mr. Vengeance has got the cover. Tried to use the ropes. Referee's not going to have any of that. Here's another clothesline. Now Mr. Vengeance is up on top rope. What are we going to get here? There's a backwards moonsault into a pin. This could be it right here. And that will do it. Mike was not able to get there in time to make the stop. And fans, the Brothers of Vengeance, second week in a row with a victory over Call All the Time. And I've got to say, if I'm Call All the Time, I am not very happy at this moment. You know, the Brothers of Vengeance used some very questionable tactics here in this matchup. So we're going to have to see how this feud goes on. Fans, we'll be right back in just a couple of moments. Stay tuned for more RCW action as the U.S. title tournament continues.